ahead, guys.
Hey, Jake, this is Tom Timmerman at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Looked like you had a big turnout there at your house for the draft night. Were you pretty confident of going in the first round tonight?
Actually, I had no idea. I was coming into it with an open mind, just trying to enjoy the night with my family. If you can believe it, actually, that's every parent and sibling I have. So it's a pretty extended family as it is. So tried to keep it as small as we could, but nothing's for sure. We didn't come in here knowing we were going first. So
how many people were there?
I think there's 11 of us total, 11 or 12.
So what was your emotions on getting picked by the Blues?
It's insane. Kind of throughout the summer, I had lots of talks with the Blues, and they had good things to say about me. I had nothing but great things to say about them, and I thought I interviewed pretty well. And coming in the draft, we had no idea who it was going to be, and to be drafted to a recent Stanley Cup winning team, an amazing organization with a lot of great players on it. I'm very, very excited and very honored.
Jake, what do you really know about the St. Louis Blues? What's your knowledge about the organization?
Yeah, obviously not too much. I watch a lot of hockey. I've watched them play a lot of games. I've seen a lot of players go through there. I think, obviously they're a great hockey team. They're always competitive and they're fun to watch. And, they got great fans, and I've heard it's a great city. So, I'm very excited to get to know them a little better and the city better and everything like that. So it should be fun.
How do you celebrate? How do you celebrate this being a first-round pick in the NHL?
Yeah, I think with the ones you're closest with. I think, being with my family is really important right now, and, getting to enjoy this moment with them because of all they've done for me and all they've sacrificed. And, obviously I'm going to get to see my buddies as well. The ones that push me in the gym, off the ice, on the ice. All my friends, I owe it to them as well for always pushing me to be better. And, I'm just going to try and enjoy this moment as much as I can.
How would you describe your game to Blues fans? It seems like the words work ethic comes up a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm someone who plays a lot of compete, a lot of intensity. And, I think I play St. Louis Blues hockey. I think, I'm in there banging bodies and, being physical and on the forecheck and, blocking shots, doing what it takes. But at the same time, I think I'm going to bring you a steady pace of scoring and offense. And I like to think I'm a good producer, as a forward and, someone who can kind of play up and down the lineup and be versatile for the Blues.
Jake, a lot of players are always asked this, and might as well take a stab at it with you too. Anybody in the league that you tend to like to emulate your game after?
Yeah, actually, one player I try to play after is Matthew Tkachuk. I love the way he's always invested in scrums and being physical and being that presence out there. But at the same time, he's a young leader for the Calgary Flames and, also their top leading scorer this past season. So, he does it all for them, and that's something I try to emulate as well.
Did you meet his dad at all during this process?
No, I haven't actually.
Hey, Jake, it's Derek from the Edmonton Sun. Congratulations on getting drafted. I know this was, there was a lot of pressure on you this year playing, and I know there was a huge disappointment not getting a chance to play the playoffs. But just give me a thought on getting drafted to a team like the Blues, and now what is it going to do moving forward? How do you have to improve your game to make that next level?
Yeah, for sure. I think, kind of from March on, it's been, somewhat of a disappointing, couple months. And, this is something positive to look at for sure. And, I'm very honored, like I said, to be a part of the St. Louis Blues. And, it's hard to put into words what I'm feeling right now. It's a dream come true. And, obviously I've already spoken to Doug Armstrong and some of the scouting staff. And, they're very eager to get me in contact with their, strength and conditioning coach and their development coach and start to develop my game even more so I can make that jump to the NHL. So, I think I'm going to work with St. Louis and their staff and their organization. And, I'm going to give my 110% effort to, be the best player I can be for the St. Louis Blues.
Jake, two questions. Height, weight. What's the current height, weight?
Right now I'm at 5'11", 3/4, 194.
194. And then Doug said that the scouts told him that you remind him of Brendan Morrow. I don't even know if you know who he is. Do you?
I do. Yeah, I do.
What do you know about him? And what does that feel like to be compared to him?
Yeah, that's a huge comparison. I think, when you think of Brendan Morrison, you think of kind of a glue guy in the room. someone who, provides some secondary scoring, but, really shows up in a role of being an energy producer and, a leader and all the things like that. And he actually works or did work with my stepdad. So a bit of a personal connection there, but, definitely Brendan Morrow, he was a great player, and, I'm very happy to be compared to him for sure.
Jake, what have you been doing since March when playing stopped? What have you been doing to stay busy?
Yeah, I've been doing obviously a lot of training and ice times, and it's been pretty consistent of that throughout every week moving through the summer. I'm trying to get in best shape of my life, trying to really improve my game, my skating, everything. So I've been really focused on this time that we've had off to really take advantage of it and try and improve my game as best as I can. And I feel I've done that so far, and I'm continuing to look to do that the rest of the summer.
Jake, as you watched the 2019 finals and watched the Blues win, what were your impressions of the team that you watched?
Yeah, they were a team that wore you down. They got in on the forecheck. They made it hard for you to exit your own zone. They made it hard for you to create any offense. They had good goaltending, solid D, and obviously 12 solid forwards. So I think when you look at the St. Louis Blues, it's kind of a team where, to me, from what I know so far, is a team that's hard to play against, and I think I fit that style very well. And that's exactly what they were in those Stanley Cup playoffs, and probably a big reason why they raised the cup that year.
Jake, what's the count on brothers and sisters then that you have?
I have 2 half brothers, 1 stepbrother, and 2 stepsisters, and a sister-in-law.
Wow.
But not a real one.
Jake, with the Blues, they historically here they've tended to be really patient with developing prospects and bringing them along. Obviously, you want to get to the NHL as soon as you can, but is that something that you're prepared for, to put the work in and be patient yourself until they feel like you're ready to make that jump?
100%. I think, right off the bat, I'm obviously going to push for a roster spot. I'm always going to do that. Every time I come to camp, I'm going to, compete my hardest and do my best to showcase myself. And, obviously I know that, the NHL is a jump for sure. And it's a process. This is one step in it, and we just got to continue from here. And, I'm ready for whatever amount of work I need to put in, or, however long this is going to take, because at the end of the day, to pull over that Blues jersey would be insane. And to play in an NHL game with them would be, absolutely crazy. So, I'm ready for whatever it takes.
What's your stepdad's name, and where did he work with Brendan at?
My stepdad's name is Sean, and Sean works for Lone Star Directional. So it would have been in the oil and gas fields. He would have worked with Brendan.
All right, guys, thanks very much for joining us this late hour. We're going to ask if Jake stays on, and then he's going to jump on with Ashley. So thanks, guys, but Jake, stay on here.
Okay.
Thanks, Jake.